Hey, what's up, everybody? This is JTC Boy coming at you with the Culture Stream podcast. Today, I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Jude Phelan, representing the Young Bear Singers. How's it going, brother Jude?
What's going on, brother? Good to be here. Happy to be here. Get another episode out.
Nice. And then, of course, we got our other bro who wasn't able to make it for the first official drop of our podcast, but he's here and he'll be here. We got brother Lorenzo representing the Southern Style Singers. Say what's up, brother.
What's going on, y'all? Got the heads, man. Now, is that what they said? That's what they say. I remember. I'm always around them. I don't know how they talk.
He's the mid-Southern style guy. Hey. And today we have with us a brother that's filling in for brother Tones over here. Bro, Cordell Mann. Say what's up, bro. Dosha. And now here we go. We have our special guest hailing to us from, well, now he lives in Spirit Lake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, lives in Spirit Lake. He's been there for a while. Y'all
Hiding out.
hiding out,
On
but
the run. No, I'm just kidding.
we have our special guest here, Mr. Gregory. Is it Cleveland now?
Damn.
Mr. Greg Calfbossribs. He's the legendary
Earn.
the Heartbeat special guy.
Damn, already special. Hey, everybody clowns that song, but my people hold that dearly. That's like our one, you know? Shit.
Just putting that out there.
Not everyone clowns it. Not everyone. Some people still love it.
But yeah, so we got Greg to come in here and hang out with us. He brought his tanks with. He's got them cheat codes for the Powwow there.
Oh, steroids. Singing steroids.
Singing steroids? Hell no.
Hey, I should be glad I could last like four verses. It should be
4 verses a tank.
Yeah, just wasting tanks so you can judge and stuff.
You guys are
It's Nas.
It's Nas, yeah. He flip it on when he leads.
Ready for that? Ready for that fourth?
I got Fast and Furious. Get it ready to go. Take off.
We got a whistles.
Yeah. Damn, blast off.
But yeah, today we are going to kick off our topics. We did a poll on our first episode, and I want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in and checked it out and subscribed. We're at like close to 500 views and stuff on that, so let's get it up there. Shout out to everybody that took time and enjoyed our podcast. Thank you very much. We're doing this for the humor and for the fun and just to hang out with the bros and have a good time and, share our experience as singers, as Powwow people, and, just talk about that native humor and show that side of things. But yeah, today we're going to kick it off. Our topic that we have is Powwow stories, which won the poll. And then we are going to incorporate native humor with that and how it just kind of gets us through everything. They say laughter is medicine, and it seems like nobody does it better than us singers. But yeah, I'm going to kick it over to Brother Jude. He's got a infamous story that we all know, but this is straight from the source right here. So let's bring up that infamous mullet story.
The mullet story. All right. This takes place back in 2012. And we were on the way down to gatherings. We were kind of all pumped up, had big, high hopes to win gatherings. And 2 of the bros said, if we win gatherings, we'll get mullets. So we end up winning gatherings, and we're on our way to the Powwow in California from Albuquerque. On the way through, we stopped at one of our friends' houses in Phoenix there, and he goes, where are you guys headed? I said, we're headed to the Powwow. He said, oh yeah? I said, well, today's my birthday. And he was just now turning 21. He said, you guys want to hang out for the night? You guys can sleep at my apartment. And he said, take the floor. And we were already kind of like having a good weekend because we already celebrated from gatherings. It was a long week of celebration, if you get what I'm saying.
Party just kept going.
Party didn't stop, So we went to that house and we started in. A lot of natives showed up and we were all having a good time. And then they brought up hey, you said you were gonna get a mullet if we won, and we won. So where's the mullet? So one of the bros goes, shit, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So they bring out the clippers and they sat down, and one of the bros was sitting in the background. His name was TJ. I won't say his last name, but TJ was sitting there and he was like, and everyone, it was like the vibe at the party where everyone was having a good time.
You guys are already chilling with your mullets too?
No. It was just two of the boys that were sitting there talking about it. So they sat down and what kind of mullet you want? So first one was Stasso. He got a Joe Dirt mullet. Look epic Joe Dirt, And then we were sitting and we didn't want to give the next guy the same mullet. So what are they gonna give him? And at the time, like, I was out of it. I was buzzed up pretty good, so I passed out. When I passed out, I woke up and I came to. One of my bros was in my face and he was just laughing in my face, like, "Look, bro, look!" And I looked around and when I seen, and the guy that wasn't part of the crew, he just wanted to be part of the crew. He was vibing, Yeah, get that mullet, and then he comes out of nowhere. Should I'll get a mullet too? So they cut the first two guys' hair, and the second guy, Baby Vern, he got a Crooked Shields mullet. A Crooked Shield. They cut him
arena director mullet.
Yeah, that mullet. And then TJ, when I was passed out, they were cutting his hair, and when I came to, when my bro was waking me up, "Look, bro, look," and I woke up when I seen him, and all I thought of was, shit, he's got the same haircut like Boy Lad. And that's all I said. And when I woke up, I was like, "Boy Lad." And everybody bust out laughing except for the guy that got his haircut, TJ. He was sitting there holding his hair, crying. He said, "My mom's going to be mad at me." And then the deal was they had to leave it in for at least 2 weeks. So the boys traveled around the Powwows for 2 weeks with mullets. But yeah, and then TJ was growing his hair out too. So his hair was like probably down to past his shoulders, so it was a pretty good length when they cut it. And that was the funny part though. And yeah, that was the epic. And if you look at one of our videos on the Powwow, you'll see Stasso, he's sitting there with his mullet.
Man, he kills that mullet, though. I'm not even alive, man.
With the stash. Perfect, bro. It's perfect.
But there you have it. That's one of the crazy Powwow stories. And it's just when you're with the bros, and I mean, you guys have been there with the bros and you're all having that good time and you don't want the party to end, so everyone just keeps doing something funnier. But there you have that. That's the mullet story. And there's quite a few other crazy stories. But I'll pass it on down to...
I just want to say, if Southern Style one's gathering, I'll get a rat tail then. Just put that out there now, so you guys.
All right, then wait next year.
Edgar, make it modern.
Get an Edgar with the rat tail. There we go.
The Edgar.
That and then the old ducktail that they try to make happen.
Oh, it's like the little poof in the back?
Yeah, big old flat thing.
Which one was the one you braided? Was that the rat tail?
Yeah,
the rat tail.
Everybody had the rat tail. I think people still rock the rat tail.
People still rock the rat tail, but I don't see the Sean Kemp bangs anymore. You guys remember those?
Is that like where they come down like that?
That right in the front, just the bangs. That was the only part of the hair that was there.
Diet blonde too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Mandarin boys put those to kills though. They were bringing all theirs down all the way down their back and everything.
Yeah, man. We got some more epic stories coming up. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of this one. We actually got the okay from the bro to talk about this story. And if you didn't know, that's where the infamous line. How does it go, bro?
Can I cuss?
Yeah, go for it.
I just want to. All right. Shout out, bro. You know, he's late, bro.
Yeah,
Just want to say
yeah.
that respectfully. And a lot of people like thought like there's a beef or whatever, but to sum it up, is like some drunken nonsense, you know, just whatever. But anyways, I don't even fucking know him. I don't know, like we're like it was after Thief River, and that year it was a pretty cool year. I sang with Blackwater, and like I don't know, he must have just thought I was like being young and talking like, you know, talking messy online and stuff, and I probably was because I wasn't, you know, I was young. Anyways,
What'd
growth.
you say?
Growth. Hey, what did I say? No. I don't remember. It's probably a lie. I used to just fire off random shit, but yeah. So like, I ended up drinking, and I was I think Leroy. Anyways, we got like a lot of shots of Fireball because it was like last call,
Yeah.
and he was just like, "Go half of me." I was like, "Okay," and like at the time, I didn't really drink that much, and I just started slamming those shots with him, and then that guy was like, "Whatever you guys have," because it was like at that little tiny bowling alley. I don't know where it was at, but we started drinking, and then like I went into the bowling alley after all those shots, and like it just hit me, and I was just like super hot, and like the bro Hunter was like, "Go to the car," and I was like, "All right." So like I went out, it was just like super sweaty, you know, big dude sweat already, and then being drunk, you sweat some more. So damn, it was probably looking mad. I don't know. Rough. Anyways, went to the car, and then like I didn't have the key. Though I was like, "Oh shit, go back and get the key." And then I just like blacked out from here and there. And then like I came to, and like I'm in that little patio, and Kishi's in my face. And he's like, "Come on!" And then like somebody's like, "Fire him!" And then like I turned around, and I was like, "Man, how about this?" And then somebody's like, "If you guys fight, you guys are gonna get called the cops on or whatever." And then so I turned around, and then next thing you know, I'm swimming in cement and trying to get up, and oh man. And then so we go back to the hotel, and Hunter and bro Mervs is cussing me out. You know, should watch how much you drink, this and that. And I just forget about it. And then we get back to the room, and that next morning, like, they wake up and they're just like, "You effed up." And then they gave me their phone and like showed me, and like, man, that video was like, it was like 7 a.m. It was already like at 14K views, and after that, it was just snowballing.
That was even on World Star, wasn't it?
That was, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but
Surprised somebody wasn't in the back saying World Star.
damn, for real, they could have got memed, everything, like all the edits they could have done with that, you know.
That's the infamous line, though. Even to this day, you still hear that, though, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be an elder, and I'm gonna hear that still. Like, if my path makes it so, if I ever become like a medicine man or something, I'll be praying real powerful or something. I don't even know. If I make it, you know.
He said, "If I make
If I make it that far in life, damn. No, but yeah, that's the I don't even know him story, and it's became a meme, and people know me. I used to get like kind of butthurt about it, not gonna lie, but I just got over it. And you know, someone teases you about something, just own it, and they can't tease you no more. So
yeah, that leads back to the native humor side of things. And
yeah,
I think Greg is a great example of how to laugh at yourself and how to have fun and not take life too serious. I mean, you look at, you know, he rode up in here with his tank, and you know, I remember him sharing a post. You know, he sings with the Ho Chunk Station, and they're always encouraging him, and you know, he's working on his health and stuff.
yeah.
And the reason why the tanks is because of a episode with COVID, right?
Yeah. I had like COVID pneumonia, like 2021. Never really fully recovered from it because like I was in ICU for like 4 days. Almost kicked the bucket a few times and avoided all the like scary stuff like ventilators and stuff. But my lungs took some damage. But thankful to be singing again. Thankful to be traveling, and yeah. Appreciate my little brothers who are dragging me around everywhere and stuff. And so
a lot of people. I remember you shared a post, like a lot of people were thinking like, it's mean the way they pick on you and joke with you.
Oh, no, yeah, because like we went to Legends a couple weeks ago, and like we stopped somewhere to eat, and like they were just kind of roasting me for a second. But just before that, before we got off, I was kind of firing off on them in the truck, and we were sitting there, and they were saying something, and my little bro was like, "Be quiet for take that hose from me." I was like, "Make you earn it." I was like, "Holy smokes."
Baby steps.
Yeah, but,
I'm gonna pinch that hose.
Yeah, so, but I mean, like, to the normal person, you know, people not used to our, you know, our laughter and the way we tease, people probably think, oh my God, those poor kids raising hell with that big guy. Or if I had my long hair, I'd probably say that big woman. But nah, if you see me, you know, I probably look pitiful. I don't care about how it shoots.
Well, we're glad to have you here, man. I mean, it's kind of been in the works for a while.
Yeah. Glad I made it. And yeah, appreciate you guys for even thinking of me, you know?
Definitely, man.
Yeah, because this is groundbreaking. Like, you guys are going to go somewhere with this, I feel.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, back to native humor, you know. Last week we talked about Powwow pet peeves, and we had some pretty good stories to incorporate. And now, when we talk about native humor, you know, it's just always the boys just sitting around the drum roasting each other. And unfortunately, yeah, man, you can't eat hot dogs or bananas or any weird shaped food like that around the drum. Pickles, popsicles.
Ice cream.
It's not safe.
It's not safe to open your mouth.
Yeah. better off just going to stand in the back and eat.
Yeah, hanging out by the car.
Just don't eat.
But yeah, we will kick it over to Brother Lorenzo. I know you probably got maybe something to share on your travels with your crew, and you know, it doesn't have to be something too out of the ordinary. You know, just something that kind of cracks you up that, you know, you can share with us that kind of enlightens the people, I guess, on native humor.
I don't know. I was pretty stoned most of the time, so hardly remember anything. Yeah, it was before I had kids. Sorry about that, kids, if you guys hear this.
Well, that's a part of the trail too, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think probably the most recent one, it's not even that crazy or even involving anybody you're singing with, but I remember we went to Eagle Butte. Shout out Eagle Butte. Fuck, it was crazy over there, man. Fuck, it was bad. And we're hosts too, so it's 4 days long, man. We had flag raising, and then for some reason, fuck, I don't even know where it comes from. Some brother showed up, and he was like, "Hey," he's like, "Can you guys sing Gore Dance?" And fucking Chucky's like, "Yeah." Sorry for cussing again. Chucky's like, "Yeah, we can sing. You can sing Gore Dance." And then so they kind of talked to everybody. "Yeah, we'll have Gore Dance." Fuck, the boys were pissed, man. We had to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then we had to be there at 10, sing Gore Dance. And then, I don't know if you guys ever been to Eagle Butte. Damn, their honor songs are like 30 minutes long, man. It's like half a step every beat, man. It takes forever. So we had to sing every honor song.
That they walk on the way outside.
Yeah, and they walk on the way outside too. And everybody in the community comes and shakes hands. So we were pissed, like, fuck, man. So now I gotta sing Gore Dance. So get there. There's only a couple of them there. And then, so we get there. And the next day, a couple more start showing up. Here, that last day, he shows up, comes in with the box. So what the hell this guy got? Where's he getting all these gourds from and stuff? He walks in a box. Here, it's a wine box.
Oh.
And it had all the things in it. Here, he sat it down by his chair out there in the arena. He opened it up. What the hell is this guy doing? Here, he pulled out. He got some like turkey feathers, and he duct taped them to make fans. And then he made some gourds, and he was handing them out to just, I don't know, veterans, whoever on Eagle Butte.
Whoever wanted to gourd
Yeah, whoever wanted to gourd dance.
First come, first serve.
Whoever wanted to gourd dance or whatever. And so then they started gourd dancing or whatever. And so a whole bunch. And it was pretty all right. And then, so then finally he...
It was all right.
Yeah.
They were nice fans.
I mean, we couldn't take them home. But.
I mean, half the gourds were off beat, but it was all right. You know, we get going, but so we get going, and here he wants to honor the Powwow princess. And so he gets, ain't no big deal, you know. I don't know if you guys ever been to Oklahoma or, you know, anywhere else.
Yeah.
Macy, where I'm from, or my family's from, but, you know, they have gourd dance, and they honor people and stuff, and here he honored the Powwow princess there, and here we're singing, and we're kind of when you're singing, you kind of look to see what's going on and see if you need to keep going or what.
Yeah.
And here we look over, and here I get nudged by, I think it was Derek Keyswood, sitting next to Derek Keyswood. He nudged me, and he kind of, you know, pointed his lips over there. What the hell? I looked over there. fuck, he had that girl, that power princess. She had a gourd. She was dancing with that gourd. Okay, everybody kind of almost stopped singing. Everybody was looking over. What the hell's going on? And that's when Big JR got up. They all stood up, pulled up his pants, and walked over there. I don't know what he said to him. He's just shaking his head and pointing his finger. And that black guy kind of got sad and put his head down. He took that gourd from that little girl.
Fuck are you doing?
Protocol.
but as growing up, like going to gourd dances my whole life, stuff like that was just wild. Never thought I'd see a girl out there with a gourd dancing during gourd dance, but
It happened.
I was like, yeah, but it happened. Fuck, that was pretty wild, man.
That's a good one, man.
Eagle Butte at that Christmas powwow. I went there. I was it's after Christmas, and one of the boys said, "We're gonna go to Eagle Butte." I'd never been to that powwow before, Christmas powwow, And so I asked, I said, "Can I use your truck, Tones?" And Tones said, "Go ahead." I left by myself. And I took off over there during Christmas. And I left about 8 in the morning. And I got over there and sat down with someone, Nelson, and the bros were there. So I was sitting with them. And pretty soon, I was going to dance. There's a grass dance special. I said, yeah, I was going to try it out. So got that grass dance special, And I just started that year. So that year was my first year of officially dancing,
Yeah.
And I didn't place much. I probably maybe three times total I placed, And not first place though. It was like second, third, It was nothing first.
Just getting in is
it's just getting in there. So I was sitting there in that grass dance special, so I suited up. First song got out, I was like, all right. I was kind of in shape then. Second song came out, I was like, holy shit, this is getting worse. It's getting worse. And then pretty soon they picked. They picked, and they said, all right, we're going to pick 70 of you guys, or 80 of you guys. That's going to be the next round. So they started picking the dancers, and they picked me, and I was, oh, shit, all right, I might be all right. Yeah. So I got to the third song. I was like, holy fuck, I'm not going to make it. And all right, the fourth song, we're going to start picking the winners. And the fourth song, my legs were dead, man. I was like, I don't think I'm good. So they got down 4 places. They picked 4 places. All right, guys, each pick a spot and don't move from that spot. I was like, fuck, I'm good with fourth, man. I'll walk off. I'm good. And then pretty soon they picked fourth, and I was like, oh, shit, I got third. I'm good, even better. Pretty soon they picked third. I was in second. I was like, holy shit, I got a chance. I really turned it on. Got done to the point where I gave everything on that last song. So
dance through the jello.
Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what happened, man. So when the song ended, I was literally leaning over, holding my knees. I was trying to catch my breath, And the announcer says, all right. And, nobody really knew my name or anything like that. So all right, come on up, first place. Come give us your name. And that whole time I was in the middle arena, I was trying not to throw up. I was fighting that gag back, Taking big deep breaths in my nose. Come on up here, give us your name. So I start walking, and pretty soon I could start feeling that vomit coming up. And I was like, nope. And I pushed right through that family that was donating. And I pushed right through them, and there's a trash can in the corner. I started throwing up in that corner.
And your champion is...
His name is Ralph.
That's exactly what the announcer said. Oh, look at it. I was leaning over that trash can, just throwing up like that, and the whole power arena was getting... And that announcer's old guy said, I think he said his name is Ralph. So I got that, but that was crazy. That was one of my epic vomit stories. The only one.
No. Clarify that.
Yeah.
Man, I think one of the craziest things that kind of happened on our travels, we were, so I think it was 2015, we won Dakota Dunes and Standing Buffalo. Those are back to back. And then they asked us to be hosts the following year. So, Dakota Dunes and Standing Buffalo, when you're hosts, they sing the shit out of you guys.
Yeah.
And that's you're host and you're singers, so it's it's a guarantee, and you can cry around about it all you want, but you're there to do a job. And for us, it's like we did our best, man. Went up to the Dakota Dunes, and man, we were rocking and did good. And then, man, it came time for Standing Buffalo, and boys are kind of hurting, but we managed. And here that last day, they said, well, you got to be here for flag raising on Sunday. And, man, bro, I swear to God, I sat there and I think I had to, like, pinch my throat in order to talk. That's how fried out I was. And we pulled up for flag raising, and that security there. Security will say, you guys got any drugs or alcohol? And you say no, you move on.
Not anymore.
And so we showed up and they said, you got any drugs or alcohol? And me, I was just like, couldn't even talk. I said, no. And that guy's like, what? And then I was like, no. He's just like, search him. So I was trying to yell at him. I was just like, you're making us slave for Roca. You're making us slave for Roca. Couldn't even fucking talk, man.
You got the top bird up.
Looking like Legends of the Fall right there. But the crazy thing is, so we get done getting searched and we show up for flag raising. So we're sitting there like, all right, go ahead, bro, take it up. So we sit there and start hitting the drum, and all of a sudden, so all of a sudden, my bro, he goes, yeah, holy shit. Just right on the mic, man. I swear, Tommy Christian and Harold Blacksmith, they sat there and just like put their cowboy hats down and just shaking their heads, laughing, man. But you can hear that all throughout the whole campground, that holy shit. But yeah, that was a pretty epic time for us guys, just due to the fact that we sang a lot, man. And singers know, man, you gotta sing a lot, man. You won't be able to talk.
Just you. No, I was kidding.
Anyways, back to the native humor side of things. I don't know. If you guys keep up with Greg, you guys know that he's kind of a viral sensation every now and then.
Damn, I don't even mean to, like, I don't know. Everyone likes that video I had the other day, or not the other day, but a couple weeks ago.
Well, when you're singing Contempt.
I was trying because, like, I like to sing straight, and then, I'm not like dogging on Contempt, but it's just,
It's not your style.
Yeah, I didn't grow up singing like that, because I grew up in, like, Fort Belknap, Browning, they all sing straight over there.
Yeah.
And, there's this little graduation powwow in Turtle Mountain. I went to go check it out, and, like, there's these young guys, they're up and coming, they're learning, but they sing kind of jazzy. And I was just, drum hopping, bored. So I came in fresh off a hoot, and I was like, I'm gonna go live and see if I can capture a Contempt lead, That was my intent. And, like, I was singing with them, and, like, I was trying to catch the song. I was trying, but I didn't know you could hear me talking on the live. And I was just giving, like, a play-by-play of, like, everything going on. And I was just like, oh, this guy was like, whoa, yeah. And I was like, yeah, he's feeling it. And then, like, the guy that did that wooing and stuff, the dude jumped in and told him, popped a knee. And then he, like, grabbed him a stick, all aggressive, and was like, so they were jamming, they were giving it all. And they just never threw me a lead, and
fuck, I want to lead.
Yeah, then I just figured throw some slams in there and gave it the Meskwaki Nation downbeat a couple times, but I was trying hard not to laugh because as soon as I started downbeating this older, I don't know what.
They didn't approve?
Nah, she was like wooing her ass off. I was like, yeah, and if you watch that video, as soon as I started downbeating, just they're eating it up. But yeah, I didn't like service a spotty out there, so like on the way home I didn't like see the video until I was leaving.
Yeah.
And then I heard everything and I was like, oh man, these guys probably hate me. And then the next day they're like, damn, Jacob Faithful shared that, Fawn Wood shared that. bro, all these singers know us and stuff. And I was like, yeah, bro.
So nobody ever lulu'd for your lead, but they did for your downbeats.
Yeah,
huh?
so I mean, I guess just got to stick to slams, quit leading, got some good slams.
Bring the ladies out.
Yeah, the older ones.
I think another post that you had when you was talking about was a whole big what'd you say, big white
Oh man, so I was just be thinking random stuff and I just fire off. People be thinking like I'm trying to be funny, but like it's just like sometimes I just fire off stuff and I'm dead serious about it. But I seen like, okay, I'll show you guys afterwards. But when I was like younger for like Halloween, they made me a jingle dress outfit out of like cardboard boxes and stuff, and like pop cans, and I wore it, and like I had a fan and a crown, and then I was like, damn, that's a big ass box. It was like one of those. It was like one of those washer boxes and shit.
Did it say
One of those-
fragile?
One of those refrigerator boxes.
It's like this side up.
Yeah. Storage container. No, let's go there. Might as well go there. No, but
2-person lift.
yeah, forklift. Or like, anyways. So I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, holy fuck, that's a big ass jingle dress, and I just fired that off all random, and then some I don't know.
What was your name?
Huh?
What was your name?
What do you mean? What was my name when I danced?
Yeah, they give you.
Oh, my jingle dress name when I danced? I didn't have one, but should I make one up?
Yeah.
No, damn, stage name. Damn. Coming to the stage.
Well, they used to give themselves names back in the day.
In the day on the Swiss
He,
dances.
you know,
He.
Oh, for real? All right, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know. I Gary Glitter? That'd be hard.
If they ever have INFP again and they have a clown dance, boy, come running out there.
That'd be stationary because I'm on these tanks. I don't know.
This fool's gonna get a spot on Trolls 3 too.
But yeah. Anyway, so I fired that off, and people just thought I was like talking crap about like females and kind of body shame. And I'm like, damn, I'm big as hell too. Shit. I have every right to say that. But yeah, I mean, I be firing off stuff, and like, if I ever offended you, I'm sorry, but it's probably true. But yeah, I don't know. Natives, like we were so like back in the day, like we said like some like groundbreaking stuff. I keep saying groundbreaking, but we always spoke how we want to, and I feel like natives in general, we need to stand up for ourselves and stand behind what we speak on, even if it's like negative or like not negative, but like how would you say? What's that word I'm trying to think of?
Confrontational?
No, criticism, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not a perfect person. I have my flaws, but I'm able to laugh at them, like I used to say. So
Yeah.
I always try to find the humor in everything because, man, I shouldn't even be here.
Yeah, that's true, man. Like I said, man, we're glad to have you on, and us guys, we all know Greg's story, and
yeah. You guys were talking about pet peeves. I'm gonna cut you off, but
oh no, go ahead.
my pet peeve. I wanted to chime in. I hate when people say SHOD when you're just trying to dig someone up. Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't like that when
No.
you know what SHOD means?
No.
Suck them off then.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Come on, man. We made that shit, man. We made that shit up, man. That's what some people are just, you're on knees too long, bro. That's when you got
Yeah, you got bruises on your kneecaps.
that's the only reason why the boys say it around this.
Nah, but my favorite though, like my favorite saying from around here, CRD. I love that.
Yeah, that's Shorty
Yeah,
Bear
yeah.
stuff
You even
right
have the
there.
shirts. Yeah, that's a dope phrase.
They shouldn't make that shirt a good shirt because it'd sell.
They did make it a shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, sell it to all the powwows. Because I know I've only seen a few people that had it. So to see,
Exclusive.
to see it with everyone, that'd be dope.
Let me ask you this though: Do you know what BMWs are?
Yeah, big Mandarin women.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mandarin, whatever. One of them.
I know a few.
You can change the acronym on that all over the place. Meskwaki, Menominee. Yeah. No, a few BMWs. No, I was kidding.
So, Greg, do you have any Powwow stories besides the Kishi story that you want to...
I used to like walk across the border, like when I used to live in Browning. I used to wait for my rides and.
Shut up! You'd walk
Yeah, I used to
across the
walk
border.
across Bab, you know, that little crossing right there.
That mountain area.
Yeah,
out
below
there?
Cardston.
Yeah.
I used to walk across there and wait for like my uncle to pick me up. But I'd like walk across and like they'd kind of be weird, but they're like, "You're waiting for your ride, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I'd walk there and I'd just wait for him at the duty free. But one time, this like rancher dude was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "Standoff." Because I have a relative that lives right there in Moses. And Moses is just like literally across the street from Carson. And yeah, I shouldn't be taking rides with strangers in Canada though, so. Yeah.
Ass, gas, or grass.
What they do to you, bro?
Yeah, for real.
I didn't have money.
The rules of the road.
All I got is chew and hot Cheetos and cherry Pepsi.
Sardines.
No,
Take your pick.
whatever you want.
I got American
Just drop me
smokes.
off. No.
Got some chew.
That being standoff on ya. But yeah, that's I used to do like I don't know. You wouldn't say dumb, but like now that like I'm older and stuff, and and different,
Probably thinking,
different
like,
path.
damn.
I'm like, damn, that's kind of wild, but it's fun though.
Yeah.
Good times. Do
Good
anything to Powwow,
memories, good
Do
memories.
anything to Powwow, Plus,
Yeah.
like those weekends were fun too in Alberta. Canadian Powwows are a lot different than down here.
Yeah, for real.
Vibes.
I've never been.
Never been to Canadian Powwow?
Every time we planned for it, like whoever I was gonna go with, like,
Bro, I'm not lying. You could hit all those ones up by Samson and Musquatchees up that way, and then even coming down towards Saskatoon area. All them powers are all they're good ones, man.
but I always hear the stories from like T and them because they went with Youngbird back in the day when they were cleaning house up there in like 2011, 2012. Yeah, so they're always like, man, we gotta go up there, But every time, can't get enough guys across half the time. But every time I've tried going, everybody's kind of backed out.
Yeah, that's those good ones. That's what they have about 4 every month, 4 at the same time all over
Yeah.
Canada, and each one is still rocking. Usually down here, this one's big and this one's short.
Yeah.
Not that many dancers, but up there it's fucking evened
All
out.
varsity.
Yeah, all varsity.
A squad.
Even the drums, you go up there and
Yeah.
all the drums are A squad.
There'll be like drums up there you'll never hear down here ever. But they'll be jamming, you know what I mean?
I think one of my favorite drum groups that don't come stateside is Sika Scooch.
Sika Scooch.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah,
These guys are
Scooch.
dope, man.
They got
Yeah.
jamming songs, but and one of the things they always do at Powwows, I noticed that Sika Scooch always does, is they always end up missing roll call. And that's what
Or
puts
they
them.
miss a singer.
Yeah, and they're always missing a singer at that contest song, so that's what.
And they always sound clean too, everywhere.
Dude, clean
These are
is the
bad.
way to describe it, man.
Yeah.
Well, this is it for this podcast. So we thank you guys for tuning in, listening to us. I want to thank Brother Jude, Lorenzo, Cordell, and our special guest, Mr. Greg. We had some good stories and tried our best. And it's crazy how time flies when you're having fun, huh?
For real.
Yeah.
But anybody have any closing remarks?
We're working on our radio voices, so let us know if we should, be more like this or like this or this, So let us know.
Brother Zoe.
I guess you have any, I guess who people want to see come on the podcast would be cool.
I'd like to get some native celebs on this. That'd be dope.
It'd be cool
Definitely,
just to
man.
get people, especially the summer now, it'd be kicking up. So to be here for the powwows or even just traveling through, it'd be dope. Just set something up for people to come through. But,
Get
yeah.
that dude that got the freaking Z'd off of America's Got Talent, the grass dancer.
Oh. Say,
Yeah.
what the fuck were you doing up there?
Greg, any remarks, any words that you want to share with the Oyate?
Just want to thank you guys for including me. Yeah,
Oh.
this is pretty cool. Always wanted to do some type of podcast ways.
Have to bring you back, bro. You bring out the laughs today,
like
man.
legitimately. Yeah. If you want, I don't care. I'll scoot over here on my little scooter. My tanks. You guys can laugh.
Nas
laugh.
tanks?
You guys can laugh.
What was crazy? Greg was supposed to be on last week, and out of nowhere, he texts me. He's like, "Bro, this might sound dumb, but over the long weekend, I wasn't able to get my tanks filled, so that's why I won't be able to make it." So I told you, I said, "Yeah, man, we're gonna get Greg on." I told him we'll give him some money for a tank. And this guy, gas?
They're talking about the oxygen that I'm on, so I need some context for those who don't know. But yeah,
He's a good sport, man. He fires back on himself too. So
yeah. I mean, people will be like, "Damn, why do you talk about yourself like that?" Like, I'll be all right. Shit, you'll be all right too.
Eminem did it.
Yeah. The 8 Mile approach. Yeah.
Well, I mean, sorry, to cut you off,
Go
but
ahead.
I think like before we leave, like talking about like native humor, like I guess as a native, like you have to be able to laugh at yourself
Sure.
because if you
Sure.
can't, like it's just gonna get worse, and no one's gonna stop.
Yeah.
They're just gonna keep going
Yeah.
until you get mad, and even if you get mad and you come back, shit'll still keep coming towards you. So yeah, you kind of just gotta learn to just kind of embrace it, like great guys, and just if you can laugh at yourself, then
You can laugh at anything.
yeah, you can laugh at anything. So
That is the truth, man. And we want to thank our bro Cordell for filling in for Tone. To anything you want to share, bro?
It's good being here with you guys. Lots of fun. You guys keep it up. It's a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Well, this is it. Thank you guys for joining us once again. And we shall be.
I have them do another vote for another topic.
Oh yeah. We're gonna do. So on our Spotify, you'll notice that there's a poll there. So
let's make the top. You guys, let's make the topics right now.
Okay, so we'll kind of come up with some topics here. Brother Greg's gonna.
You guys go first up.
Let's do it. You go first. So we had power stories, paranormal, drum group chats, and talks with.
All right, I'm big, but sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. But I'm best powwow, best food. There you go.
Best powwow food.
Yeah, best powwow food. Yeah,
Okay, so we'll bring that up. Best powwow food.
like healthiest. Of course, I had to say healthiest, but what would you say? Variety. There you go. Yeah, with powwow has most variety and stuff because a lot of powwows have same old.
Indian tacos.
For real.
Zoe, you have a topic that we would like to get a vote on.
trying to think. Come back to me.
Come back to you, Brother Jude.
And just probably going to different reses and experiencing different reses. The different culture shock almost you get from. When I went to Washington, man, the way they do things is a lot different
Completely
from
different.
how we do things here, and it was just trying to soak in what they were doing, and not trying to be
Father
disrespectful.
smudging and stuff.
It's really different going to there, and then I went to like way up in
So
by Fisher River up there, how they do their things. Like they're different and they're all over, but it's kind of cool.
So kind of be like a cultural knowledge.
Yeah, just talking about different tribes.
Soaking in different things.
Yeah, different tribes, cultural knowledge. Cordell, brother, you got anything you want to?
I still like the topic of like the dream dance theater
Yeah.
crew. All
Damn,
time.
Dance theater. Yeah.
Dance theater crew.
Dream all time.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Arlene Eskai singing now for sure. And Wade. Wade was dope on that.
Yeah.
Dream Dance Theater.
That was tiny.
Tiny. Bellinger?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm too young for that.
That's my excuse now.
Yeah.
Had to get Boy Lad and his mullet there.
I think what would be cool is like, because we're singers, kind of talking about like our favorite singers growing up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd
yeah.
be cool, man. Or just
Yeah.
like singers that we kind of,
idolize.
idolize,
then you meet him in person. You're like, fuck.
Disappointment.
I just teasing.
And then we'll get done. Then we'll get done. And everybody suck them off. Then
SHOD.
Oh, I just met so and so. Oh, did you suck them off? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, pause. My bad.
But yeah, I think for me, I would like to touch on topics, maybe not right away, but like talk about like the epidemics that affect the reservations. And for us, it's like diabetes and even the drug epidemics and stuff.
And mental health too.
Yeah, mental health.
For
So,
real.
just raise awareness for our communities because, we have fun here. We talk, we share our native humor, but we would also like to shine light on, our community and help our people out, help other people to understand our communities. So I think for me, yeah, it'll be raise
Awareness.
Raise awareness.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if anybody has any questions, you want to be a part of this podcast, you're more than welcome to hit us up. We actually have our Instagram page, Culture Stream Podcast. So like it, share it, and you'll see us on there. We're gonna take pictures of everybody. Greg's already sent us a nude that we
What about your
can't
app?
post.
You gotta talk about your app too.
Oh yeah, and thank you for bringing that up, bro. If you guys are not aware, I'm sorry, I'm writing the word as I'm saying it. We have an app that's dedicated to Native American indigenous music. It's called Culture Stream. And the reason why I started was to kind of help drum groups and Native artists to have a spotlight of their own outside of Apple Music and Spotify. Apple Music and Spotify, they're good tools, good resources, but let's say a non-Native person wants to listen to Powwow music, they would never, ever get that chance to find it on their own unless they know what they're searching for. And here on Culture Stream, we highlight everybody Native. So check it out. It's on the App Stores, Google Play Store, and then the Apple App Store. And we'd appreciate you guys' support. Your support will help us make better material, shows, and then also to help out artists, indigenous artists, so that way everybody, drum groups, we want to see drum groups record. We want to see, a battle rap between Greg and Anton.
Yeah.
Spit something then.
Get over here.
Spit something real quick.
Yeah.
Should I?
Yeah.
You guys got a beat? Nah, I don't want to go off.
But yeah, so that's what Culture Stream app is all about. And then with the Culture Stream podcast, thank you guys for tuning in and supporting. It's been a blast, honestly, hanging out with the bros and sharing some stories. And, Greg has brightened up our day over here, and Brother Cordell sitting in, and, we'll definitely bringing you some good material. But until next time, you guys be safe travels, enjoy life, singing, dancing. Remember, do it for those who can't, and for those who aren't here. Aho. Ziggerdads, Wopida Tonka.
Have a blessed day, y'all.
Adios.